Hi, and welcome to A Punk with Toys. My name is Lawrence, and today we're going to take a look at the Jada Street Fighter Dee Jay. Now, I'm going to say right away, I don't remember this figure. I don't know anything about this figure. I really don't remember him in the video game, but again, I wasn't a big Street Fighter 2 player. I went there with my friends, as I keep telling the story. I went there with my friends and watched them play, and I wanted to go skateboard, but I watched enough of this. But more than anything, I review toys, I collect toys, I like good toys, and these are damn good toys. So this is what we're going to take a look at. So here he is in his wonderful packaging, and as I mentioned before, it is the console of Street Fighter 2, along with the 6 buttons and obviously the joystick and 2 players. So there you have their powers on the top. On the back, you have a picture of Dee Jay himself, and then you have the wonderful crossbow, which I absolutely love. So we're going to get this bad boy open. We're going to put him against some other Street Fighters. Looks like my outhouse right there, my portal potty. Roof keeps falling off. I got to get some sticky tags. That thing drives me nuts. It's the only thing I can't stand about that thing. Thank you, Greg. Anyway, let's take a look at this figure. Get him out. See how he poses. I am excited. They come with, an extra head, an extra set of hands, the power effect. He comes with a chain. So I don't know why I'm telling you this. You're going to watch it there in a second. But anyway, before we do, if you like this type of content, you like Street Fighter, you like the Jada figures, Jada Toys, please take a second. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, then hit that bell notification so you're notified every time I drop a Jada Toys video. Now let's get to this. Alright, so we got them open, and as always, we look at the accessories first. So the first thing we'll talk about is the stand, which I know on the KMA I talked about how she didn't have it, even though there was a port for it. Here is his stand, and this is the same stand that the Jada comes with, like the Mega Man, almost all of their Street Fighter figures, and I really like it. Again, just a circle. They didn't put it in the middle, which is actually smart. I haven't talked about this. They haven't put it in the middle because it allows you to kind of force it over a little bit so it doesn't rock wherever you want it to be. But it has 3 different little posts here so you can move it into different directions. Now, my biggest complaint has been it actually does seem a little low, and the one thing about Dee Jay is he's actually a little bit bigger than Ken and Ryu. So take that for what it is, and that's what it is. Here's his power effect, and once again, it's a nice translucent. As there you can kind of see the figures through it, and kind of a way you can see your hand there. Anyway, it does look good. It is this big half moon here. All right, kind of looks like Mac Tonight on fire. If you know who Mac Tonight is, you are old. But a nice little color, a nice little color through it. And once again, there is going to be a little peg right there. That thing kind of pops right in there. And what I was saying about this is, since it isn't in the middle, you can shift the weight a certain way, so you don't have to worry about it toppling over. But what is cool is that you can make these things like they're firing down if the guy's on the ground, if maybe he's on the ground. We can turn it, make it look like he's shooting it up at someone. So it is a pretty cool idea. I just kind of wish they were a little bit taller. I think these things were made to work with Mega Man. So now they seem a little bit short compared to the Street Fighter figures. Here he has a chain. Now this is the exact same type of chain that Guile came with. Guile's only came with dog tags. This one is gold, where Guile's was silver. Again, nothing great about this. As in like what they did. All it is the same type of string or same type of chain that you use for lights, but it works perfectly because that's all that he needs. I mean, it makes sense. It's almost like using matting, like gym matting, to use as your backdrop for your diorama. If you're like Gridiron and you're making dials, you need something to protect it. So you just run to the hardware store and you buy something like that. I'm sure Jada didn't run to the hardware store, but you get the idea. You use what you have. Here we have a couple hands. We have like a trigger finger hand or a gun shooting hand, not a trigger finger hand. He does have the nice mats on it. The pads. The pads that will integrate directly into his, they're not gauntlets, but his forearms or his wrists. All right. So that looks pretty cool. Here we have a nice little thumbs up. Clearly, I would say this guy seems to be kind of like the cocky guy, or one of the cocky guys. Here we have an angry face. And you look at those eyes, they're actually pretty good there. Nice hair. He's got this little flat top mohawk style with a ponytail. Now, these do move. I wonder if this does come off. Doesn't look like it comes off. There's the ball there. I don't want to pull on it, but it does spin. So you're able to move it to where you want it. Very pliable. Again, I think these guys use some of the best rubber for their overlays. But the teeth look really good. Nice and white there. You can see his tongue there. So everything's good on that. Now we'll take a look at this figure here. And once again, I have no recollection of this guy really. So there he is with his teeth just grinning. He is looking straight, although sometimes when you're looking in the camera, it looks like he's looking up. When I'm looking at him, his eyes are just high, which is fine. But he is looking straight, although in the camera it makes him look like he's looking up. I like the gritting teeth there. I like how he has the ponytail, or I guess there's a double rat tail actually. You have the nice little paint right there, which isn't just a rubber band, it's more like a clamp. They are braided. The hair has the texture on it. We have the M on the side. Oh my god, I totally missed the M. So we use the M right there for maximum. That just seems kind of funny. Alright. Now I tried looking at the bodies. It almost looks like the upper torso is the same for Ken and Ryu. I'm not sure if it is, but quickly looking at it, I mean, it looks like the arms and everything are the exact same, which you got to get some use out of it because the legs are a little different. They are longer, because something is longer on this guy, because he is taller for sure. And if you look at here, you can kind of see where the shoulders are. I did match up the feet, and the feet are a little bit bigger. All right, so I believe these legs are just a little bit longer, although they look, well, yeah, you can see that they're cut differently. So anyway, enough about that. So this is maximum down it. Paint is good. No issues there, although it's hard when you're going down this knee that there's going to be some issues. This actually kind of looks like my birth certificate that I just took it to Secretary of State. Literally, it was tearing this way. Now I can travel to Canada, eh? Anyway. Here we have some white around his pads, and as always, these pads are supposed to look integrated. I don't know if they should paint inside there. I don't think it really matters all that much. And then he does have his bare feet. His articulation, he can look up that far. He can look down. And his neck is on a also its own joint there. So he can move back and forth. There is his T-pose. Bicep swivel. He seems kind of, I guess he wasn't tight. Double pinless elbows and your wrists, and this is to be expected due to the fact that, like I said, I believe he uses the same body as this guy. He does have the butterfly joints, so he can go out far like this. Now, the question is, once we bring it in, how far can he cross? And if you turn it in the right way, it looks like you can cross really nicely. Now, so this is how a butterfly joint should be working. I like this. Yeah, you have to do a little bit of working, but I fully understand that. There he has his belly dancer, or his diaphragm cut. But at the abs, he does move it back and forth. So he gets a huge range of motion, just like the rest of these guys, from side to side. His Jean-Claude Van Damme is almost perfect. There we have his thigh cut. Double pinless knees. Maybe. Yep. Ankle rockers, or I'm sorry, the boot cut, which is hidden perfectly underneath there. Then your ankle rockers. And these guys have some fairly big feet. so they're normally not that difficult to stand. I think that this guy actually has some nice faces, both his faces. They're not just, like, this is more of a grinning, like, you're about to get effed up look. This one is a more, I'm angry, you just hurt me, a couple different things there. And this one could also be a, well, his eyes don't really give you the grimacing pain one. But there you go, that is him right there. You want to kind of throw his specialty here. And how well we can pose it here. We'll get the rest of this stuff on in 1 second. So here we are. You'll kind of see what I mean once I get him posed. There we go. So this is as high up as it can go, and as you can see, the problem is it's really coming at his waist. So every time I've tried doing a shot like this, I've kind of had to have them crouching, no matter what I'm doing. So this would actually be nicer if it was up maybe ½ inch higher. Probably an inch higher so we could adjust it a little bit more, but it's a minor gripe, but it does look like they took the Mega Man stuff and used the Mega Man accessories for that. All right. Now, as for his other heads, the Jada heads pop off nice and easily. We'll throw the chain on here. No reason not to have the chain, as, well, they're not really fighting in real life. You can see how easy this head pops right on there. All right, no problem. Hands come off super easy without a problem. I know I just said that. Super easy, like without a problem. And I said it again. But as I mentioned in one of the other ones, I feel like in the past 4 years, hands have just gotten so much easier to remove, where you're not worrying about breaking the pegs on them. You're not worried about fighting with it as much. That used to be always, that was an issue for a couple years. Worrying about those pegs breaking or just struggling. Sometimes the pegs were too long. I've talked about pegging way too much. And yes, I know what I just said there. So there you have him kind of pointing at you as he just whooped your behind in a Street Fighter. So, or you can actually maybe have him. So this would be cool if he was like blowing. I shouldn't be talking about pegging and blowing in the same subject, should I? A little like blowing a kiss, like he's blowing out that he just shot you. He can be like, boom, thumbs up. And then he's blowing out the gun. So there you go. That is Dee Jay in a nutshell. Again, I know nothing about this figure, but in the small amount of time that I kind of mess around with him, as you've watched, he seems like a lot of fun. I like his looks. Maybe better than the rest of the ones. I think both his head sculpts can fit for multiple things that he might be doing. So there you go. That's Dee Jay. Alright, so there you go. That is your Dee Jay review. And like I said, I don't remember this figure, but really probably the one that I was least excited for. And I'm looking at both head sculpts. I think they can be used for multiple different fighting scenes, different happy scenes, different win scenes, different final fight scenes, losing scenes. I think, you know, as I'm kind of looking at it, I mean, the other ones have very stoic faces. I think his work for multiple things. The only other one that I can really think of offhand, as I'm kind of trying to look around, is the Chun-Li SDCC that I don't have, with her laughing face, which, come on, Jada, give me some packs of those so I don't have to order that figure. Anyway, there you go. If you do want them, these are available at BBTS right now. They still say pre-order, but they did ship it. I will drop some links below where you can go. Entertainment Earth, Hella Dope Toys. They have both of these on pre-order. Hella Dope Toys. You order these, you'll get 10% off your entire order, whether it's in stock or pre-order with someone like Entertainment Earth only does it if it's in stock. But I'm going to get out of here because I've talked way too much, and you spent a lot of time being here, and I do appreciate it. But before you do, if you haven't yet, please take a second, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, then hit that bell notification so you're notified every time I drop a Jada Street Fighter figure or a G.I. Joe figure or all kinds of reviews that I tend to do. So anyway, I'm done. Thank you for listening, but please don't go anywhere you've stayed this long. Up here will be a Jada Street Fighter review, and down here will be a playlist of all the Jada Street Fighter figures that I've done. Take care.